Follow the sun, my friends. The direction the wind blows. No one told me following my heart would be so damn hard. Such a profoundly peaceful morning out here. I'm just like looking at everything and just like in awe. Like this dead plant. Feeling the love after that solar eclipse. My friends, remember what's real. Get out in nature, do whatever, but just reconnect to what's real. We gotta stop feeding our energy to all these false attachments. If you want to follow your heart, if you want to be free, it's about letting go of a lot of shit, my friends. That's honestly, it's honestly been the whole path so far. What can you let go of? And where do you put your energy into? The most spiritual or like mystical experiences I've ever had, they've shown me one thing repeatedly. And it always hits me like I'm outside in Colorado, hiking a mountain by myself. I'm snorkeling in Hawaii, just floating on the ocean. All just watching for hours, the lights and the fish. It's like these experiences are insane, and they all completely shifted my life. But they've all shown me one thing, and that is we attach to so many things we don't need. And if we reconnect to what's real, we get out of nature, right? We're true to ourselves, right? We're true to what it means to be here, to be alive. It's like when I go back to my car or my apartment or whatever, and I just see all this shit that you think you need, right? That you're just like stockpiling. Like everything. It's like, I don't even want to deal with it. Just like thinking about it like makes you anxious. Like those experiences, for instance in Sedona, I just strapped up my pants real tight, right? Threw everything out of my backpack except my water, my phone, and like one other thing. And just went. Had the most amazing day. The most amazing day. And it all came from within. It all came from being, existing, loving, right? And that's hard to do because you see this whole system in this society and all this shit is set up to keep you distracted. My friends, the whole matrix out here is to keep you distracted from what's real and who you are. That is literally the main aim. It takes you off of your center. Like right now I'm centered, finally. I just had to wake up with a new perspective. I had to wake up and cherish this moment. I had to wake up and come into nature and watch that duck splash around and catch those fish and have the greatest fucking morning. I had to come back out here and just like meditate and remember my childhood. Remember walking up and down the banks of the rivers for hours, catching crayfish, right? Catching frogs and putting them in a bucket for a little while and letting them go, naming them, playing with my brother. And like, it showed me what's real again. And I see all the bullshit. You see, we attach to all this stuff, and then that stuff becomes our prison. It becomes our cage, so we can't move. We can't be who we are anymore. It's like I have 4 notebooks, right? And I think I need all of them for like these little like minute details and shit, but like, nah, if I was really existing in my full being, in my full state of love, in my full state of harmony and wholeness, right? I would never use 3 of them. I would only use 1. I'd use that, my camera, my longboard, and my tablet. Maybe a few pairs of clothes. But honestly, like, that's it. Why the hell do I have everything else? And it's because when we lose our center, right? When all this stress and all this shit comes up, like, if you're trying to be free and follow your heart, the path alone is the hardest path. There's so many things we gotta deal with and learn, and like, we're constantly just being thrown wall to wall, right? We end up out of harmony, out of sync. And we got this matrix of stress and anger and resistance and fear, which makes us feel like shit. We're not really connected to life. We're not really connected to others. We're not really connected to nature. We're not really connected to what's real. And when that happens and you're feeling like shit, you compensate. It's all a game of compensation and distraction. Distract you from what's real so that you put your energy into this consensus matrix. And then when you're feeling like shit, you want something. You want something that gives you something, right? But all that gives takes. You want something to feel better. So you grab, this extra food, or you start looking online and shopping for things you don't really need, or we just start bringing so many things into our lives that we use once or twice, but it doesn't really add value. My friends, when we're out of harmony, when we're off center, and we're not connected to what's real, we start grabbing things for what they can give to us. But what everything that gives takes. If you don't use it and go through it, if it's not an instrument for your upliftment, if it's not an instrument that adds maximum value to your life, think about it. Think about it. Think about what you have, right? You could have everything in the world. It's not like you could use it all. You could have a whole house full of shit. I guarantee you'd use about 5 things. Right? Upgrade those instruments. Upgrade your tools that you use. But think about it as you have this much value. You have this much life that you can get from things. Right? Like potential. And we disperse that because we only have so much time and we only have so many interests. We only have so many things that are true to us, right? And everything extra, there's this law of diminishing marginal returns from economics. There's this law of every extra thing that isn't max value to you, that isn't max efficiency, that isn't max fitness, is actually decreasing value. It's extra. It's symbolically, your energy is being scattered throughout all these things, right? And most of it is just dead weight that you'll one day have to deal with. My friends, free yourself. Connect to what's real. The sooner you do this, the sooner you will be on your way. Connect to what's real. Meditate on your childhood. Get in nature. Admire the little things. Cherish this moment. Breathe and be alive. Don't reach for anything to give you something. Simply connect to what's alive, what's living, and who you are. And that's peace. That's love. That's fulfillment. That's truth, right? And you need that reference point to start making peace with that old life, that old system, to start weaseling yourself out, right? Releasing attachments, releasing things. I'm about to go through all my shit and see what I really need. I'm probably gonna have to do that like 20 more times until I'm vibing out at my real harmonic pitch with my tribe around me. Release things that you don't need. Release attachments as soon as possible. Things, people, places, locations, right? Even like things you look up and watch on YouTube, everything that you're grabbing to give you something, question it. And always ground yourself back in what's real. My friends, you see, the only way we can change this reality, the only way you can change your reality is to stop feeding your energy to a system of death, decay, suffering, and sickness, and feed your energy to what is real, whole, harmonious, and loving. Connect to what's real, my friends. See what you don't need. See where your energy is scattered. All things, all people, all energy back to self. This makes following your heart, living freely, much easier because you have room to maneuver. The second part of that would be figure out what your frequency is and how you can elevate that through others. That is how you get free. Simple as hell. Because nature is simple. The system in which we're put in trains us to think that everything's complex. We need to figure out all these details and extravagant plans and chaotic systems. Nah. Nature's simple. It's intuitive, it's instinctual, and you just know it when you connect into it. You know you when you connect into it. Think about these things. It's very profound. Anyway, thanks for watching. See you later, fam.